in the first century, the women were the ones who washed the body and prepared it for burial. And we have Mary of Magdalene. We have another Mary, the daughter of James. We have a Joanna. And other women, it says. And these women, because Shabbat, the Sabbath, was so close, they went home. They had to prepare for Shabbat, and they had to rest. They had to cease from work during the Shabbat. But quickly, they prepared spices. They could have, if they intended to go out on Sunday morning or later, they didn't need to prepare those spices. They had all of Saturday night and Sunday morning to get ready. But they rushed home and they prepared spices because as soon as Shabbat was over, say 7:30, 8 on Saturday night, they wanted to run out to the tomb and get this anointing and cleansing of the body done. Because, after a day in the Middle East or anywhere, the body is starting to stink. It's awful. So this has to be done. This has to be done quickly. And this is a great mitzvah, a great good deed for the ladies to do. So they go out to the tomb. In my opinion, it was on Saturday night, because we have an idiom, I'll come back to that, in Matthew. They go out to the tomb and they find the tomb empty. What to do? Someone's stolen the body. What are we going to do? They run to the disciples who are gathered. They're all in fear. They all ran away. They're all together. And they tell them, someone, look what's happened. Someone's stolen the body. And then Peter comes out. My point is that these ladies are mentioned in these accounts. In first century Jewish accounts, you hardly ever have a lady mentioned. You seldom have their name mentioned. Here at the resurrection, at the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Yeshua, you have, in these stories that have been passed on to us, you have women mentioned, and they're prominent. Where's Peter? Where's the other disciples? No, it's Mary Magdalene, Mary the daughter of James, it's Joanna and other women, and they're the ones that are in the forefront. Now, later on in the book of Acts, I believe you get a mention of Peter and the other disciples when we're talking about the resurrection, and the women are dropped. But in the gospel accounts, it's the women who are mentioned, and it's the women who are prominent, and the disciples are not even there. If the texts weren't authentic, would a Jewish congregation, Jewish disciples of Jesus, would they have preserved that? Why did they preserve that? You would expect it to be dropped out. It's authentic. Because the women, they mentioned, they didn't wipe out the women. They reported it as historical fact, just the way it was. That's authentic.